Last night, Charlie Crist and Rick Scott were scheduled to have a debate. And I don't know what else to say other than this happened.
Tribune. And right now we want to take a shot of the stage here at Bailey Hall in Broward County. And as you can see, the two candidates who were invited to take part in this debate right now are not stepping up on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an extremely peculiar situation right now. We have Governor Charlie Crist, Florida Governor Rick Scott, our incumbent governor, and the Republican candidate for governor is also in the building. Governor Rick Scott, we have been told that Governor Scott will not be participating in this debate. Now, let me explain what this is all about. Governor Crist has asked to have a fan, a small fan, placed underneath his podium. The rules of the debate that I was shown by the Scott campaign say that there should be no fan. Somehow there is a fan there, and for that reason, ladies and gentlemen, I am being told that Governor Scott will not join us for this debate. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a debate. Rosemary Goodrow, I don't know, what can we say?
Well,
that's the ultimate pleading of the fifth I've ever heard in my life.
So there you have Charlie Crist saying that's the ultimate pleading of the fifth I've ever heard in my life. Of course, this is a reference to Rick Scott's pleading the fifth. I don't know how, like literally, I think hundreds of times in a testimony regarding the most massive Medicaid, I believe it was, fraud in the history of Florida, for which his company paid hundreds of millions in fines, I believe. And, you know, you get to plead the fifth sometimes before you get to be governor. So he says this, and they go on now to have a debate about whether or not the rules allowed for a fan to be placed in the podium.
What? Yeah, it is.
No, I'm not.
I'm sad the people of Florida aren't going to get to hear about
we're not asking you a question.
Future.
We're not asking a question of Governor Crist. I'm asking Rosemary about the situation that we have find ourselves in.
Governor Crist, do the rules of the debate say that there should be no fan?
Not that I'm aware of.
So the rules that the Scott campaign just showed us that says that no electronics can be used,
Are we really
including
going to
fan?
debate about a fan, or are we going to talk about education and the environment and the future of our state? I mean, really.
Unbelievable. You know, for a guy who engaged in massive criminal fraud, Rick Scott sure is a stickler for the tiny rules. You know, the things like where you misreport who's paying what and what the services they're getting, those you can let go. But when you start to let go of the little rules, you know, those electronic fans that they have.
What's wrong with these moderators? Now, come on, Crist. Is it true that Scott said no fans? Because if so, he's totally in the right for leaving us hanging on live television.
I'm actually just seeing, I would just like to say, as we go into the conference room to engage in the massive fraud and fraudulent accounting practices to overbill hospitals and the Medicaid program nationally, Gloria from housekeeping has been really clear that she'd prefer that there's no eating in here. So I'd really like to just
right.
not.
That's right.
We can have water. no drinks that can sustain, and no food. Okay, let's go
And
defraud the
I don't
government of
want
a
to.
$500 million.
I don't want to have to say this again, but there's some people in the room who have more than the quarter-inch length hair on the side of their heads, and I think we're pretty explicit about how long the hair can be here.
We all know how I feel about hair on their heads.
Let's go.
There are serious issues facing our state, and it's like funding education appropriately, protecting our environment, making sure we have ethical, honest leadership.
Governor,
I mean, if he's going to give it to me, I'm going to take it.
This is not a platform for one candidate. We're hoping that Governor Scott will join us on the stage.
Well,
And I
that'd
am
be great.
told that Governor Scott will join us on the stage. In all fairness to Governor Scott, I was shown a copy of the rules that they showed me that said there would be no fans on the podium. And
They're my fans. Very strange.
Should we ask them to get rid of the fan?
my understanding is that Governor Scott will be coming out.
Not in my life. Unimaginable.
Frank, have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I haven't. This is remarkable over sort of a trivial issue, no matter which side you believe you're on.
See, I love that now they have to make this like it's a trivial issue no matter which side you're on. Well, one side is, who cares about the damn fan? Just do the debate, you children. And the other side is, no, I'm not going to come on because he's got a fan under his podium. Which side is real? I mean, can you
Well,
really?
literally, one side is saying it's a trivial issue.
Exactly.
That's like literally, it's a trivial issue,
Now-
regardless of whether you're the side that says it's a trivial issue or
With
not.
that said, I don't know what you do if you're one of those moderators, I guess. But, I'm sorry. If you have a debate and only one guy shows up, you either just talk to that one guy, but if you think that guy is there somehow illicitly because there's air being blown on him by a device that is not an air conditioner, then you just say, okay, debate's over, we're walking away. But this is what happens.
Placed in the awkward situation of having to decide this, and I don't think it's our role to determine.
There it is.
Came out.
He came out.